Monks cultivate a field of wholesomeness for themselves, as well as for the community in which they live. A good farmer protects the paddy field, not allowing cows, pigs, elephants, birds, or wild animals to destroy them. He prevents the destruction of the fields in every way he can. Similarly, monks have to prevent the misuse of their five senses, which helps them to protect themselves from being destroyed by defilements. As a good farmer removes weeds, rocks, and any materials harmful to his field, likewise, a monk removes any defilements, such as anger, hate, ill will, and jealousy from his mind. When a thought comes to his mind that produces defilement, he removes that thought, and his mind becomes pure again, just as a field becomes ready for cultivation once weeds and rocks have been removed. In the same way, sorry, uh, in the same way, as a farmer, 350, 350. Second paragraph. In the same way as a farmer cultivates his field with the best rice seeds and plants in the right season at the right, first fertilizing the soil and making sure the seeds have the best conditions for growth. So monks must cultivate good deeds as well as loving kindness, compassion, appreciative joy, and equanimity. So you see, Ananda, the robe has an important meaning that we must keep in mind. And by wearing it, we can use it as a tool to teach those around us. The whole time the Lord was telling me the robe metaphor, he was gazing out over the paddy fields. But I knew he was not looking at them, says Ananda. I think he was seeing into the far reaches of time when his Dhamma had taken roots in the minds and hearts of humankind. When his example of wholesome, virtuous living had become the standard for all. For all. Mahakassapa approaches the podium saying, "Thank you, Venerable Ananda and Venerable Kassipadwaja, for sharing your stories with us." The memory monks into our recollections, into our recollected accounts of the life of the Lord. I am happy to announce that our Dana today is being hosted by our dear friend Jiwaka Kumarabasa, who was the Lord's physician. I know you'll all be glad to see him alive. The senior monks lead the way into the Dana Pavilion, which is very simply decorated that day, in sharp contrast to other occasions. There are just a few small baskets of flowers scattered here among the banana leaf plates. Jiwaka, looking fit and handsome as usual, is waiting at the entrance, and when Mahakassapa, Ananda, and the other Arahants approach him, he prostrates himself at their feet. "It is good to see you again, dear physician," beams Ananda. "When I see you, Venerable Ananda," replies the doctor, smiling broadly. "I'm glad you'll be joining us tonight in the subcommittee meeting. I knew you'd be invited, but knowing the way you travel about the country, healing the sick, I really wasn't sure if you'd be available," says Ananda. "Venerable Mahakassapa invited me some weeks ago, so I dared not venture too far," says Jiwaka. "Please, let me escort you to your seat." Jiwaka leads the way to a place of honor for the Buddha's chief attendant, and he waits while the revered Arahant seats himself. For decades, these two had been somewhat of a team taking care of the Buddha's health and well-being, and the bond between them is very strong. Today, I'm serving the Buddha's favorite foods, Venerable Sir, says Jivaka. I've added some special herbs I recently discovered that I believe will give added strength and vitality. Nature is truly wonderful to provide us with such gifts. Ananda smiles at his friend. Ananda smiles at his friend, expressing gratitude for the healthy Dana meal that would provide everyone with the added gift of natural energy. By the way, says Jivaka, you don't have to worry about the water today. I pre-filtered it before it was put into the pots. Mahakasapa overhears this remark and says, Thank you for doing so, Jivaka. That will save us one step in the process of preparing for our meal. I'm always amazed at the Buddha's foresight by insisting that one of the 8 requisites for monks be a water filter. The Lord was always practical in every matter, including the health of his Sangha members, responds the Buddha's physician, which is just another example of his original, perfect, rounded character. When all 500 arahants are comfortably seated, Mahakasapa begins the chanting. The pavilion fills the healing energies. The pavilion fills with the healing energies of sound that radiate out from the slope of Mount Navara into the infinitude of space. All living beings are unknowingly benefiting from the loving kindness generated by the group of enlightened human transmitters. By this, may you achieve longevity, good health, a rebirth in the heavens, and the attainment of Nibbana. Okay, let's stop here. Any volunteers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Marcus, sir, I'm quite great with you. We are all very grateful and you will share your impression as for our subcommittees were called. I long back on that day in my peace and I'm stay completely I had important to speak to the border the way I'm doing. Because cause was not the day, not a day when with my day, I didn't think about it. The Buddha was simply standing there silently, majestically in the place where my staff was distributing the fruit. The positive energy that redacted from reports on his body and the air were from pure, from performance. When I walked over and wrongly completed him, he reminded clean Lord directly into my eyes with a lot almost overwhelming. A lot in understanding is why does I spoke Korean inspire me. Rewind for just a moment his prophet when teen seen through the cover of his blessed mouth. When he said unto Brahma's poem song, he may against with this equestrian speech had I will never forget and feel his movement as if he was stalking the side of my face, even though he stood less 5 feet away from me. I could actually feel his on my chest and the fresh energy is away from the top of my hand down to the sole of my feet. At the moment, I began to clearly understand as I'm listening to the Discord here about all of him just for me. And now thanks to this consuming in the third world war benefit from in the future. When he finished speaking, Gajiro Waji both his hand and closed his eye slightly communicating with all the most crush moment in his life is the everyone or our hand is grateful for a moment being. And there was a moment of hesitation for the time. I told him mine, I'm still until when he began speaking to me in the kindness most modest voice imaginable. Say cái sao điều gì? The metaphors are bound on following key out from polytime for the most piece in the tiny screen and DM center at the hunt of my begin. I began the Lord for ordination at the end of his Discord when he is. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, that's all.
Okay. Anyone else? Larry?
Yeah, so I will try.
Okay.
A deep sigh is heard throughout the assembly hall as the Arahants echo that say gratitude in their own hearts. Ananda gratitude to the chairman and says, "Venerable sir, may I share an incident with the Buddha that was similar to the one just described in this last sutta." It also demonstrates beautifully how the Lord used common agrarian terms to express truths from the Dharma. Please proceed. Venerable Ananda answers Mahakassapa. The Lord and I were walking from one destination to another here in Magadha, and we paused for the moment to enjoy the scenery of the endless barley fields that stretches on the way to the holiest. Begins Ananda. The master said to me, "Ananda, do you see how the land is laid out in square streets, borders, and cross lines?" I answered, "Yes, Lord." Then I said, "Try to mark roads for the months like that." I didn't quite understand him, so I said, "I will do as you say, Lord, but I'm not sure what you mean." The Buddha replied, "With months and like farmers, Ananda, so their growth should be decided like paddy fields, which are made up of irrigate segments. Months cultivate a field of wholesomeness for themselves as well as for the community in which they live. A good farmer protects the paddy fields, not allowing cows, pigs, elephants, birds, or wild animals to destroy them. He refrains the destruction of the fields in every way he can. Similarly, monks had to prevent the mixture of their five senses, which has them to protect themselves from being destroyed by developments. I stop here.
Okay, I'll try. As a goal for my removal, we wrote an inventory hypertourism field, unlike a Weimar removal definement such angers, with jealousy from his mind. One adult came to his mind and that produced a defilement he removed then those his mind became pure against Jezebel began ready for cultivation once wisdom rods have been removed. And in the same way as former cultivate his fear with the best right seed unless at the right season at the right time. Past fertilization, the soil making sure and the seed have the best condition for growth. So, must cultivate the as well as loving kindness, compassion, friendship, and joy, equanimity. So, you see, another the role has to be important meaning around that we must keep in mind. By wearing is we can use it as to teach those around us. The whole time the Lord wasn't telling me the rose metaphor he was gazing out over the 30 people. Better and user he wasn't logging and say another. I think he wants to see into the for recent time when his demo had taken rules and the minds and fear humankind. When his example holds Baju living had begun the standard for us. Mahakasava approach the body and saying thank you Venerable Ananda Venerable Kasivara Doja for sharing your story with us. The memory with our recorded account on the line the loss. I'm happy to announce that our dana today is being hosted by our dear friend Tiboga Omara Beja who was the loss of position. I know you are big glad to see her as well. The senior didn't go into the Dana Pavilion, which is very similar and recorded that day. I'm sure contrary to on the occasion. There are just a few small basic and the followers get their heels. And they are among the banana leaf tree in Ziwaga logging place as usual. Is waiting at the entrance and when Mahangasabra and beyond the approach. He prostrated himself at the feet. Okay, I'm still here.
Okay. Anyone else before we start? Okay. Let's go back to page 348, shall we? Mahakasapa says, I quite agree with you. We will all be grateful if you would share your impressions with us for our subcommittee's record. Any questions? No.
I'm French.
Your impression.
Yeah. Like the emotion. Right. No.
No. Your impression of something or someone is like what you think about them when you first meet them. Or it doesn't even have to be. Well, actually, your first impression is what you think about them when you first meet them. But in general, your impression of someone is like your opinion and your understanding of that person. how you would judge that person. This person is like this person is like that. He's a good person, he's a bad person, very intelligent, very something, right? Like
Yes.
it's like what you think of when you see them, and when people talk about them, like what comes to your mind? I look back on that day in my fields, and I still can't believe I had the impudence to speak to the Buddha the way I did. Any questions?
อาจารย์ impudence impudence
Impudence is like a rudeness, like very impolite, very rude, and yeah, just very very rude.
อ๋อ
It's rudeness,
อืม
like the quality of being rude and disrespectful. Yeah, like you have no respect for the person you are talking to, and you're just rude.
yeah yeah
Not a day went by that I didn't think about it. Any questions?
อาจารย์ explain more not a day went by not a day went by
Not a day went by. That means you think about it every day. So not even for one day did you stop thinking about it. Do you understand? So okay, for example, let's say your dog dies, and you really love your dog, and you miss your dog, and you think about your dog every single day. So that means not even one day that passes, not even for one day, do you stop thinking about your dog. Not even one day.
yeah
You think about your dog every single day.
yeah โอเคอาจารย์
The Buddha was simply standing there silently, majestically, in the place where my staff was distributing the food. Do you guys understand? Any questions?
Majestically.
Describe them.
Okay. First, majestically. Majestically is like very, very great, uh, very big and very great, that makes people want to admire him and respect him.
Oh.
It's like lions. Lions are very majestic. When you see a lion, it's like very big, very great. You want to admire this large animal. Or elephants are very majestic. They're so big, you just have to respect them. Yeah. Distributing. So when you distribute something, that means you give it out. You pass it out. You give it to this person, you give it to that person, you give it to that person, you just give it to everyone. You distribute. It's like when lay people come to offer, or it's not offer, donate food and water and rice at Interb. They distribute food and water to every single monk. Do you understand?
Oh, yes, and
Yeah, that's called distributing food, distributing water. The positive energy that radiated from every pore of his body filled the air with perfume and promise.
every pore อาจารย์
Every pore. So if you look through a microscope, our skin has very small holes. Those small holes are called pores. Do you understand?
small house
Yeah, small
small house
holes.
อาจารย์
Yeah.
อ๋อ
our skin has very small holes. You cannot see it, but if you look through a microscope, you can see it. Yeah.
อาจารย์ perfume and promise promise okay perfume อาจารย์
Promise. Perfume.
promise
I think here they're just talking about a very good smell, but promise is like here promise means hope.
yeah I remember
Yeah.
promise
It just means hope, like promise for a better tomorrow. That means you have hope for a better tomorrow. You have hope that things will change in the future. When I walked over and rudely confronted him, he remained calm and looked directly into my eyes with a look of almost overwhelming love and understanding. Any questions?
Or
Thank you.
confronted
Confronted. So this is past tense for confront. When you confront someone, you go to them directly and you speak to them directly about some kind of issue that you have. For example, you talk to your friend about me. You say something bad about me, and then maybe 1 week later, someone informs me of what you had said about me to your friend. And when I hear about what you said to your friend about me, I feel angry. Now, I want to confront you. So I go to you directly and I ask you directly, what did you say about me? Do you understand?
yeah
Yeah. So that's
Yes,
confront. Okay. His wide dark eyes sparkled and he smiled at me, revealing for just a moment his perfect white teeth seen through the curve of his blessed mouth.
Sparkle.
Sparkle is like a shine. Yeah. So like when light hits glass, it will sparkle. Do you understand?
Yes, I know. Like a radiant.
Yeah, like radiant. It's like the light that reflects off of glass or off of diamond. When he said,
อาจารย์
sorry,
revealing นะครับ revealing
revealing is to show something that was hidden. Do you understand? Like first you don't see it, and now you see it. It's like Muslim women, they cover their faces with a veil, right? So you cannot see their faces. If they remove the veil, that means they reveal their faces. Now you can see their faces. Do you understand?
yes
When he said, I too, Brahmin, plow and sow, he made a gesture with his exquisitely shaped hand that I will never forget.
gesture
A gesture. A gesture is like something something you do with your face, your head, or your hands to let someone know something without speaking.
Yeah.
Like, for example, if I'm talking to someone and I see you behind, instead of talking to you directly, instead of saying something to you directly, maybe I might use my eyes, or maybe I might use my hands to let you know to not come closer, or I might use my hands to let you know to come join us, to come to us without speaking.
Yeah.
I felt his movement as if he was stroking the side of my face, even though he stood at least 5 feet away from me.
But he was stroking.
Like he was stroking. So stroking is like when you hold a newborn baby, like when you hold a newborn baby, sometimes you want to touch the baby's head, so you use your hand to touch the baby's head, and you touch it from the front to the back, front to the back. Do you understand? It's called stroke. I feel like it should not be even though he stood at least 5 feet. It should be even though he was standing. Even though he was standing 5 feet away from me. Though he stood. Yeah, it should have been. It should be even though he was standing, not even though he stood. Yeah, English is confusing that way. This is why I hate English. I mean, they're both past tense, but sometimes you have to know when to use stood and when to use was standing. Do you guys understand? I mean, maybe it might be grammatically correct, but I feel like it's more natural to say was standing, even though he was standing 5 feet away from me. That's how we would naturally say it. I could actually feel his hand on my cheek, and the pranic energy coursed its way from the top of my head down to the soles of my feet. Any questions? No questions?
The sole of my feet. Sole.
The soles of my feet. So the sole of your feet is the bottom of your feet. Do you understand? It's the bottom of your feet, not the top, but the bottom. So when you walk, you are walking on the soles of your feet. Yeah. Yeah, under. Yes, yes.
Underfoot. Sole of my feet.
Yes. That's the sole of your feet.
Yeah.
At that moment, I began to clearly understand as I listened to the discourse he created out of thin air just for me. And now, thanks to this council, the entire world will benefit from it in the future.
Thin air. What this mean?
Yeah. Thin air.
Thin air is like, it's just out of nowhere, just suddenly. Just right there at that moment, suddenly, out of thin air. Yeah, that's all it means. It's just at that moment, right there, without planning, just out of nowhere, just suddenly. When he finishes speaking, Bharadwaja bows his head and closes his eyes, silently communicating the vision of that most sacred moment in his life. Each and every one of the Arahants is grateful for the remembrance.
Remembrance. No.
Remembrance. Remembrance is like it's a memory of something.
I only remember.
Yeah, you remember. Yeah.
Remembrance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. There wasn't a moment's hesitation from the time I uttered my insulting remark to when he began speaking to me in the kindest, most melodic voice imaginable, says Gossip Bharadwaja.
Insulting. Insulting.
Insulting.
Insulting.
Insulting. Like, okay, when you insult someone, you say something bad about them or to them. It's like you say something that means they are stupid. You say something that means they are worthless, like they have no value or something. It's very insulting. You insult someone.
Yeah.
Melodic voice. What this mean?
Melodic voice.
Melodic voice.
Okay, first you have to understand the root word for melodic. The root word for melodic is melody. So melody uh, uh, in music, this word is usually a word that describes music. The melody of a song is like the sounds that make you want to listen. It sounds very nice. It has a nice rhythm. Let's see here. Have you ever heard anyone play a piano?
Yes.
Yeah. So when people play a piano, especially like something that's not too slow but not too fast, it's like in the middle, and it sounds very very nice. That's called the melody is what sounds very nice. It's the sound and the melody, the rhythm. Yeah. Usually pianos have uh uh like pianos can produce a very nice melody. Yeah. It's the pattern of the notes. You know, the high notes and low yeah, what is it called? High notes and low notes. It goes up and down, up and down. It's just the pattern is it sounds very uh it sounds very nice. It makes you want to listen to it. It's the that's called the melody. The metaphors about plowing came out perfectly timed from some space in infinity, striking dead center at the heart of my being.
Metaphor.
A metaphor. A metaphor is a type of in language. A metaphor is when you use other things, like especially inanimate things. You use objects or animals to describe something. Or you make a comparison, and you describe it using some kind of animal or an object. Like, for example, the Dhamma Chakra, the wheel of Dhamma. That is a metaphor. How can Dhamma be a wheel? Dhamma is a Dhamma. It's not a wheel. But if you say it as a metaphor, then it has a meaning. Do you understand? Dhamma Chakra Pawatana.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
Dhamma Chakra Pawatana Sutta is like setting the wheel of Dhamma in motion. So you're calling the Dhamma a wheel. Yeah. So that is a metaphor. The wheel of Dhamma.
Ajahn, infinity, Ajahn. About infinity.
Infinity. Infinity is like endlessness. It has no end. It just continues forever. Yeah. Like the universe. The universe is endless.
Yes.
So I guess you can say the space in infinity is the space in the universe is infinite. Infinity is just the thing that has no limit. It has no limit, it has no end. It just continues forever, on and on. So an infinite number means a number that does not end. It just continues. But when something is finite is the opposite of infinite. Finite means there's a limit. Infinite means limit, unlimited. So one kappa or one eon, I think that number is finite. That it has an end, but the number is so big that you cannot count it. There's no human, there's no number to count the number of years in one kappa. For those of you who have studied Bali, is there a number for one kappa?
We have the small kappa and the middle kappa and the large.
But there's no number for it, right?
Have the number,
Well, yeah.
There
There is an amount. It has an amount, but there's no number to count it. But there is an amount. There's a limit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So one kappa has a limit, but there's no number in any language to count one kappa. Like we can count 1 million, 1 billion, 1 trillion, but one kappa, it's beyond any number that humans have counted, because it goes on forever. Well, not forever, but it goes on for a very long time, and there's no number for it, but it has a limit. So that means it is finite. So even though one kappa is a very, very long time, and there is no number in any language to count how many years is in one kappa, it's still one kappa still has a limit. So that means one kappa is finite, not infinite. Do you guys understand?
Yes, I do.
Okay. I begged the Lord for ordination at the end of his discourse and went with him to his monastery. I think you guys understand this, right?
Yeah, I want to ask, how can the use or bear and apologize?
Beg and apologize?
Yes.
when you apologize, it just means you are sorry. You say sorry. You do something wrong and you do something bad, and you want the other person to forgive you for your wrongdoing. So you apologize. You say, "Oh, I apologize. I'm sorry for what I did." But when you beg something, it's like you want something from them. So you ask for them in sort of a desperate way. Like you really want them to provide something. You beg. It's like a child who really wants to go play outside, or really wants to eat candy or ice cream. Sometimes they will beg their parents or beg their older brother to give them ice cream or give them candy. It's like, please, can you give me some candy? I want some candy, please, please, please. Yeah.
Yeah.
I use
practiced.
Google Translator. Did you see Dropbox?
Sorry.
Did you see Dropbox? I translated GABA many years.
This is a
Dropbox.
okay. Minor kappa.
Yeah.
Kappa. Human lifespan begins at 84,000 years and decreases by 1 year every 100 years until it reaches 10 years. Then it increases 1 year every 100 years from 10 years back to 84,000. This is ridiculous. This entire process of one descending and one ascending cycle is approximately 16.798 million years. Okay, so it is countable. That's a billion. So the major kappa is 1.34 billion. Okay, never mind. So I guess you can count one kappa. But it's a very long time.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Many.
For some reasons, I think someone told me that one kappa is like, it's so many years you cannot count it. But according to this what do you want to call it, like a chart or the definition of
Yeah,
kappa.
I have an idea definition. We think about one kappa split to the three types: small kappa, middle kappa, and large kappa.
Yeah.
So I can account back many years. 16 million. I repeat the numbers.
For my experience, the one became the one that's right. This is one kappa, right? And
Sorry.
It's the Mahayana
the
Sutra.
one became the one that's right. The one that's beyond. This is one kappa. Right?
So it's like when the world begins and the world ends.
Yes. It is one kappa.
Okay. So I'm looking up I'm looking up the word kappa on Google. According to Hinduism, one kappa is 4.32 billion human years. That is a very long time. And
Very long.
Wikipedia, what does it say? Kappas. In one explanation, there are 4 different types of kappa. One regular kappa is approximately 16 million years long. A small kappa is 1,000 regular kappas, or about 16.8 billion years. Okay, so yeah. Anyway, never mind. A kappa is countable, so it is a finite number, meaning it has a limit. For some reason, I thought that kappa was so many years that you can't really count it, but I guess it is countable.
Yeah. Countable from the Mahayana Sutra before we are I learned that.
Okay, so one kappa is countable. It is a finite number. I practiced meditation diligently, and it wasn't long before I attained arahantship. My gratitude to the Buddha extends to the end of the universe and beyond. A deep sigh is heard throughout the assembly hall as the arahants echo that same gratitude in their own hearts.
Echo.
Echo. So an echo is like the continuation of a sound. So say you are inside of a cave or you are inside of a very large building and you yell, your voice will continue to travel across the building. It's like, hello, 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 hello. It's an echo.
I'm sorry, office call me, so now I have to go.
Okay. So here it's like they repeat that same gratitude in their own hearts. So they express that gratitude in their own hearts. Okay. So Kasi Bharadwaja says to everyone, my gratitude to the Buddha extends to the end of the universe and beyond. And the Arahants also express that same gratitude, but in their hearts. So it's like an echo. It's a continuation of that gratitude. The thankfulness of what the Buddha did for them. Ananda gestures to the chairman and says, Venerable Sir, may I share an incident with the Buddha that was similar to the one just described in this last sutta?
Incident, Ajahn.
Incident. An incident is like a situation, like when something happens. It's an event, not really a situation. Well, it can be a situation, but it's more like an occurrence. When something happens, that's an incident. It's like when you, for example, you go to Lotus and you do something, and for whatever reason, there's someone there who doesn't like your action, and they argue with you. So that right there is an incident. You guys fight with each other. That's an incident. It's a situation or something that happens.
Yeah.
It also demonstrates beautifully how the Lord used common agrarian terms to express truth from the Dhamma.
Agrarian term.
I think it's like words of the like vocabularies of a farmer. I think. Let me double check. Yeah. So it's like words that farmers would use. Like that's common among farmers. It's like the vocabularies at a hospital. You know, they have their own language. They have their own vocabularies. And when you go to like when you go to an embassy, like a U.S. embassy or Myanmar embassy, Cambodian embassy, Thai embassy, or whatever embassy, they also have their own language, their own vocabularies. And the same thing with farmers. They have their own vocabulary. So that's agrarian terms. Think of like agriculture. What is agriculture? Agriculture. Sorry.
Who like online, right?
Agriculture is the practice of farming. Yeah, like growing plants and fruits and vegetables. Please proceed, Venerable Ananda, answers Mahakassapa. The Lord and I were walking from one destination to another here in Magadha, and we paused for a moment to enjoy the scenery of the endless paddy fields that stretched all the way to the horizon, begins Ananda. Any questions?
Scenery.
Okay, first let's start with scenery. Scenery is an area where the land or where the landscape is just beautiful. Yeah, like when you when you climb to the top of a mountain and you look down, that's a scenery. When you slowly drive up a hill or a mountain and you look out, that's a scenery. The things that you can look at are just beautiful, like nature. Stretch. So here, stretch means to continue. It's like the land continues very far. It's like it goes very far. The paddy fields is very far. How far does it stretch? It's like when you stretch your arms and you stretch your legs, you make it longer. So the wider or longer a field is, that's how long it stretches. It's like you stretch your arms and legs. So the paddy fields, it goes all the way to horizon. That's how big this paddy field is. It covers so much land. Like the amount of rice that they are growing covers so much land that it goes to the horizon. You see nothing but rice field. Yeah. No trees, no houses, nothing. From where you are standing all the way to the sunset, that's all rice field, rice plants. Do you understand? Yeah. The master said to me, Ananda, do you see how the land is laid out in squares, strips, borders, and cross lines? Do you guys understand? I think you guys understand this better than I do because in Asia, you guys have many paddy fields. You guys grow rice. So let's take the rice field adjacent to MCU. You know, the rice field where everybody visits, well, not visit, but where everybody likes to go relax every evening, right?
Yeah.
So the part where you walk, the part of the land where you walk on, that's a strip. Yeah. The cross line is the the line that's going from left to right. Borders. The border is the edge of the rice field, because you know, like when you guys grow rice, it's you guys the land that you guys use is like a square or like a rectangle. It has four sides, right? And everything in the middle is all rice plants. So the edge of the rice field, that's called the border. It's very difficult when we're not on land because, sorry, when I'm not on site because on site or at least in a classroom, I can use my beautiful art to show you how it looks. I know you guys love my beautiful art. I'm a very
Yes.
I'm a very talented artist.
Yeah.
I answered, yes, Lord. Then he said, try to make robes for the monks like that. I didn't quite understand him, so I said, I will do as you say, Lord, but I'm not sure what you mean. Any questions?
No.
No questions? Okay. We have 5 minutes. Do you guys want to have a conversation for 5 minutes before we end the class?
Yeah,
Do you guys want
I want to.
Yes, we have a conversation.
conversation? Okay. For tomorrow, what would you guys like to do tomorrow? Do you guys want to continue with the Buddha story? Discuss the article about politics, or have a conversation for tomorrow's class?
Or for me, any day is okay. Whether it's about the story or article or have a conversation, it's okay.
Also, Ajahn explain more about the conversation. It means we have to prepare the topic, and after that we discuss.
Yeah, you can. Well, you don't necessarily have to prepare. I mean, you can prepare if you want, but really, you find something that you want to talk about, and we can talk about it in class. It can be anything, you know. Say, for example, you want to talk about uh, religion. Just talk about religion. If you want to talk about history, we can talk about history. Just anything, really. And each student can provide a topic. If you don't have a topic, it's okay. Hopefully, someone else might have a topic, and we can just talk about it. It's not too serious. It's only for you guys to practice speaking. That's it. You know.
Yeah.
But if you guys can find an interesting topic, then I think the class will be a little more fun if the topic is interesting. You know. But really, the purpose is for you guys to practice speaking. There's no right or wrong. There's uh, no A, no B, no C, no D, no grades, nothing. It's just for you guys to practice speaking. Yeah.
Yeah, when we discuss about the topic, yeah, and then we can open our camera. I think
Yeah, I understand what you mean. Sometimes it's nice to see the other person's face when you're talking. I totally understand.
yeah. I feel like yes, because we discuss when we discuss about topic, yeah, we can see our face each other at a time.
Yeah,
The answer. Yeah.
yeah, I understand what you mean. I totally agree. Uh, yeah, if you guys are comfortable with turning on your microphones, yeah, sorry, your cameras. Yeah, we can turn on our cameras and have a class discussion. We can talk about anything really. It doesn't really matter. It's not too serious. As long as you guys can practice speaking spontaneously, say whatever you want to say. That's where it begins. If you have the freedom to say whatever you want to say, that's where your practice begins.
Yeah, yeah. This like that I feel I'm speaking in front of a lot of people. Yeah,
Yeah.
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 That's why I suggest this.
Okay.
What is that? This case.
Okay. So today, because over there in Thailand it's morning, so you guys have all day to come up with a topic, to find something that you want to talk about, and just write it down, and tomorrow we can talk about it. Yeah.
It's also a good idea, Ajahn.
Yeah.
If
I
you
think-
do like that, everyone have to think about that and the word that can be under the topic.
And depending on how many students, okay, today we have 5 students today, but including Bikini Chen will be 6. So for tomorrow, actually including Venerable Coera will be 7. So for tomorrow, let's say for each student we can have like 10 minutes, 70 minutes. It's about an hour, 10 minutes. Okay, so if each student can provide a topic, maybe we can spend 10 minutes per topic. But if you don't have a topic, it's okay. We can spend more time on other topics. But it's not too serious. It's just, again, like I said, it's just for practice. Yeah.
Yes, Ajahn.
Anyway, it looks like time is up, so I think we should end this class here and meet again tomorrow so we can continue to suffer.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you, Ajahn. Good
Okay.
night.
Enjoy your lunch.
Have a good time.
Yes, thank you.